Any discussion on the bill? Seeing none.
The 5-page measure sailed through the Colorado legislature.
33 ayes, 0 noes, 0 absent. To excuse. House Bill 1020 is passed.
The law is the first in the nation that restricts the use of what's known as calorimetric testing on suspected drugs. A 2023 University of Pennsylvania study noted that manufacturers of the test asserted that its error rate was below 4%, but the study found it to be much higher, as high as 38%.
If the University of Pennsylvania study is even close to accurate, we're talking about enormous numbers of individuals who are arrested solely on one of the basis of these tests.
9 News legal analyst Scott Robinson noted that the study found that sugar, sweeteners, and chocolate can all result in a false positive.
You know, if you've bitten the head off a chocolate Easter bunny, you probably don't want to rely on that as a test.
The law doesn't apply to serious drug cases, those with felony charges, but is aimed at low-level crimes. It prohibits officers from making an arrest in those kinds of cases solely on the basis of the test. It also requires judges to tell anyone pleading guilty that they have a right for a much more accurate test to be done at a lab.
It would be very risky for a prosecutor to take a serious drug case to trial solely on the basis of a colorimetric field test.
So one question is how often these tests are being used in Colorado. We checked around with a few departments today. This is not an exhaustive survey, but Denver police told us they do not use them. They rely instead on the department's crime lab. Aurora police did at one point use these tests, but stopped several years ago, in part over questions about their accuracy. And Arvada police still use them, but are in the process of obtaining a portable testing device that's much more accurate. Tonight at 9 and 10, my colleague Colton Chavez will bring us the story of a woman accused of cocaine possession based on one of these tests. Live in the newsroom, Kevin Vaughn, 9 News.
Super interesting. Well, things have changed, technology's changed, and it sounds like maybe we might be the first, but probably others are going to follow, other states.
This study has definitely gotten a lot of attention, and it'll be interesting to see what other states do in the coming months and years.
All right, thanks, Kevin.